Happy weekend, everyone. I hope that you're all doing great. I have seen that the Nyani is actually out of remand prison. People are jubilating. People are celebrating. People are happy. Gintu is beating chest, chest thumping, saying that, I made it happen. Wherever Gintu is, things go smooth. Whatever Gintu touches, it flourishes. Gintu is feeling so good about himself. Well, maybe he is the one who made it happen, together with their subscribers, of course. Before we talk about the Nyani issue, let us first rewind to its honest. He did a video, I think yesterday, where he was talking about, how people do not believe him still, some of their subscribers. They don't believe in what he is saying. They have come out to bash him. They have come out to castigate him. They are saying that he is indeed a snitch. He is wrong. He is jealous and all these things, guys. So he was out here asking them questions, saying, these are the same people who we used to work together in exposing other people. How come that when it is me exposing, you people are asking me for receipts? Yet, when we, together with these people, were exposing people like Gitiriba, nobody was actually asking for any receipts. He is actually telling them, in other words, that they are hypocrites. Yes, because he is asking them, why now ask for these receipts from me? When you guys were never asking for receipts when it came to the other party being accused. He even said that these people are hell-bent on bringing out Marua's issues. But when they eye on Marua, like he says, nobody asks for receipts. They just talk and people believe them. But in this case, guys, my thing is, and I've said this in my videos, I am not sure whether this girl is 14, 18, 19, or even 17. So for me, this case could go either way. Investigations are ongoing. Remember, this girl's mother or the girl herself, they have not produced the birth certificate. And another thing, guys, if this girl is actually 18 or 19, how come they never took the ID, the identity card to the cop station? Assuming the birth certificate was missing or it was lost or something, why didn't they take the identity card? That would have been proof that indeed she is an adult. Because from what I hear, none of those documents were produced, at the police station. So for me, I really don't know. Because some people have their minds made up already. Because the mother said the girl is 18, she is 18. Oh my God, I have seen and heard, mothers say things that are not true. Even mothers lie. Oh yes. Especially if they want to protect their child or they want to protect some interests. Or even if they have been paid, or threatened for that matter. There are many things, many reasons that can make a mother, especially those in the villages with these types of cases, to lie. So for me, like I said, I am still waiting to see how the case proceeds so that now I can come up with a conclusive, opinion about this whole thing. So Ernest said that he is going to stand with what he believes in. He said and he reiterated that this girl is underage. That's what it is, he said. He also said that he has got a case with this person. Remember, this guy, the Nyani, guys, people really put themselves into trouble. He actually did a video, saying that he is going to attack Ernest with a machete, which he actually did. So this is another case altogether. So as you can see, the Nyani is actually having more than one problem. So what Ernest was saying, in a nutshell, is that even if he comes out of remand, even if he is let free, he is still not off the hook. So we saw Gintu and the Nyani on a motorbike as they came from the prisons. And this guy was in Migori maximum prison, guys. Maximum prison. So this guy, had been put in a bad place. And as I'm told, remand is even worse than the real jail, the real prison. I don't know how true that is. Maybe the Nyani can tell us. Because he has been to prison, and remand both. And also, he's been to the cells. So yes, Mayani got out, but this is not the end. Of course, the case continues, aluta continua, the struggle will of course continue. Because I saw some people saying that, Mayani is out, the case is over, the police have already been paid. I don't know what people think Kenya is, but this is just the beginning. He still has to attend court. And remember, he is out on bond. So their title deed is at stake. If he plays around, then he jeopardizes everything. He jeopardizes their land. And on top of that, like we said earlier, he also has another case filed, with its Ernest. So the Nyani, you better behave. You really better behave. We saw him get emotional, Gintu tried to tell him to say hi to the camera. The guy could not even look at the camera at first. He became so emotional. The guy was actually terrified. He looked traumatized, as he put, hands over his eyes. Guys, a place that makes a man this traumatized is actually not a good place. He was talking about they're eating one skuma leaf with some uncooked ugali. He said that in there, life is not at all rosy. And guys, I hear that on top of that, when you go to remand, you get married. I hear that when you get there are people waiting to marry you. Those who understand what I'm saying, understand. If you know, you know. So this Nyani should learn from these experiences. And he cannot say that he is innocent. He cannot say that he is innocent. There is something. Because like I said, he did a video saying that he is a bachelor. So clearly there is something going on. So Gintu was out there lamenting, talking about somebody who wants to take you to prison is somebody who wants to unalive you, somebody who wants to finish you, somebody who is your biggest enemy. So I am thinking, should people be let out, let to run free, just do the wrong things, molest young girls and all this thing, because we don't want to take you to prison, because if somebody takes you to prison, then they want to unalive you. They are your worst enemy. Guys, this person is talking as though this man is innocent. I don't think Gintu knows how innocent this man is. The court is yet to determine. The court is yet to determine that this person is innocent. Of course, we cannot say he is guilty either. But like I'm saying, you cannot come out here and rule, talk as though this person is, as clean as can be. That is not true. Because even the things that he did are actually very suspicious. And the kind of evidence they have given, or not given in this case, is also very overwhelming. So, Gintu, this person, whatever is happening to him, these claims or these accusations or these charges are actually things that somehow he has created himself. Because guys, I said there's a video that they did with Gintu a couple of months ago. And this Nyani was telling Gintu the reason as to why he went to prison the first time. And there's also something he said in that video. He said that he cannot do, without sex. This guy seems to have some sort of problem. Because guys, even in this video that they're doing with Gintu, he is talking about his cucumber not being able to stand or, stuff like that. And you wonder, okay, he was talking about how they are given this magadi, at the jail cell to sort of make them not to have this urge of marrying each other. So, with this, he brings out this issue of cucumbers, so much that you tend to feel like this guy, whatever he's being accused of, is actually true. I mean, like, he just can't be, like, I don't even know how to put it. Gintu himself had to ask him, you want your cucumber to stand and go where? Gintu had to tell them, no, for now, let it be, let it cool down, let it settle. This guy, let us wait and see the outcome. But every time he opens his mouth, I feel like he is just implicating himself. He is saying something to like give evidence that what people are saying about him is kind of true. He is not helping himself with that mouth of his. And Gintu was telling him, to remain silent, keep secrets, whatever it is they've discussed or not discussed, he should not come out and, tell the world. But I feel like after he goes to smoke, whatever he smokes, he will be out here, spilling all the beans, spilling all the tea. Some people cannot just be trusted, guys. It is sad. And these kind of people are the ones, who will even make their cases, harder, in my opinion. Because if they were to be asked questions in court, they will just fumble and they will, contradict themselves. And, they will even render the work of their lawyer useless. These kind of people are the ones who better keep quiet and not talk. And I'm just here to ask Gintu. So when they were championing for Mayugno, Gitiriba, for them to get arrested, they wanted to unalive them because they wanted to take them to prison. They wanted them jailed without evidence. Hey, guys, wonders will never cease. Gintu was out here talking a million words per second, girl child, girl rights, underage, the party, this and that. Gosh. It is amazing, guys. It is shocking to see that he is actually the one who is defending this guy without proof that he is innocent. It is a shame. And Gintu was talking about people are jealous of Mayani, and that is why they want him to go to prison. Guys, why would anybody be jealous of Mayani? Like, seriously, why would anybody be jealous of this Nyani? People are really misusing this word jealousy, if you ask me. Gintu also spoke about people not being there for Mayani, no friends, no relatives, people stayed away, everybody just turned away from him. He was even asking the Nyani's father, whom did you see around? Did you see any relatives? It is us, people who are from far, who have helped you. But the relatives, your relatives, as you can see, no one was here. They were nowhere to be found. Well, I understand that the relatives were very, very instrumental in helping him to come out of jail the other time when he was accused of the same thing, guys. And that is why at this point, I tend to think that this man is actually guilty because of how the relatives have behaved. None of them was there, guys. I understand that the very first time they were there, they were raising money, they were, praying for him, they were doing everything in their power to get this man out of that jail cell. And of course, they managed to do it. Remember, this family is Ernest's family, and I understand it's a very big family. So, being that none of them was there, none of them took, participated in getting this guy out, it speaks volumes, guys. It speaks volumes. And I have just listened to Prince Odinga's video, and I think that it really makes sense. Prince Odinga is saying, and remember, Prince Odinga and the Nyani are actually neighbors back in the village. So Prince Odinga is talking about this Nyani. The relatives, after doing all that they did the first time, they probably were tired to hear that this guy has been accused of the same thing. So that tells you something. They believed that what he did the very first time. And this second time, of course, they believe it. Because in their minds, if he did it the first time, he probably has done it again. And maybe even, just maybe, the relatives have actually seen him with this particular girl. And they know that she is underage. And probably some of them were even cautioning him and telling him, you are doing this again. Hey, if anything happens to you, I'm out. I wouldn't be surprised if these relatives knew that he was again staying with an underage girl. So now if something happens to you, do you really think they would really come out to assist? Because they feel like this guy is crazy. They feel like he is taking them for a ride. They feel like he's taking them for granted. So I believe that indeed they were sure, they were certain that this guy actually did it the very first time. And they were out there to help him. But this second time they said, you know what, we are tired. Oh yes, we are not going to be doing this. We don't have time for it. We don't have money for it. And that is why, guys, I'm telling this Nyani to relax, to chill. Because if he continues with this kind of behavior, even the subscribers are going to get tired. Even Gintu himself. Oh, yes. So he better let that cucumber, stay the way it is. Because it seems it's not serving him right. No, it's not. It'll put him in trouble. Because, like I said, when he came out of remand, he was looking so terrified. Guys, did you see how shaken this man was? He even, tried to shed a tear. I don't know if it was a crocodile tear or not. I'm yet to ascertain. Guys, somebody better tell this boy to style up. Gintu also spoke about how he had to spend a lot of cash, close to $600 just to try and get the Nyani out of custody. And of course, we know that he means that he had to bribe his way through because this very tedious and very elaborate process, takes a long time. He even spoke about, a papa whom he found there who has been following through this process, and it's been 2 months. He has done this process for 2 whole months. But remember, Gintu just began it, on Wednesday. And by Friday, the Nyani is out. So which means he had to bribe his way through to make it happen. So now I think he is saying this so as to cover up the issue of money. Remember, guys, Gintu had told people to add him $100. He said that he had $300 and he needed $100 extra so that he can go and bail the Nyani out. I think this was before he knew about, the court wanting the bond and all this stuff. So I am very sure, guys, people really came through, for them. I am pretty sure that people really donated left, right, and center. Who knows how much money was donated? Why isn't Carrot, the queen of checking out the streets, checking transparency and accountability? Where is Carrot to ask this question? Why isn't he asking? How much? Because, guys, Gintu could have spent $600 for this process. But how much was raised? How much did people send? People maybe even sent like 4 times that amount. And so he is going to pocket some. Because remember, what was needed in court was not a cash bill. It was the bond. It was the title deed that they gave. So I believe that out of this situation, Gintu has also made something for himself, something for his pocket. Oh, yes. And people seem to think that Gintu is so straightforward. He cannot lie. He cannot cheat. He cannot scam. These people amuse me, guys. These people really amuse me. And they'll be talking about everybody in Nyabohanse is a scammer. But now, to defend Gintu like he is such a saint. The day they will wake up, ooh, they will know that malenge is also a vegetable. I'm telling them the truth. Mayani, now that you're out, behave yourself. And if you want to find a girlfriend, if you're finding another girlfriend, make sure they show you their ID so that you can know that they're adults. Even this particular girl, that you are living with, even though you're calling yourself a bachelor, this girl should show you her identity card. It is what it is. But I'm sure you know everything. So I will finish by saying, just style up. And also, don't try to skip the court dates because it may not go well with you. Skipping court dates is not a good thing at all. And it may cost you. Just like it is costing Mogesi. Guys, I watched a premiere by the Real Things podcast last night. And guys, she actually found public court documents rather, from the judiciary of Kenya. Guys, stating that actually Mogesi and Mr. Cecil's wife are battling it out in court. But then again, I said battling, but it seems to be one-sided because Mogesi has been a no-show at the courts. Remember, Mogesi brought in Mr. Cecil's wife into this whole saga that they had, into the saga that Mr. Cecil had with Percy. Remember how these people, the negative people, always used to come and bash Mr. Cecil. So others even went overboard, started attacking his wife. Mogesi was one of them. So I understand that Mogesi was required to attend court, but he did not. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So right now, he is being charged with contempt of court on top of whatever other charges that he had. Guys, I remember us doing videos telling Mogesi Why are you attacking, Mr. Cecil's wife? Why are you bringing him into this saga? I remember there's a video that he did where he said that Mrs. Cecil, Mr. Cecil's wife, had requested him for nudies. He put that as his title of a video, guys. These people, boundaries is not in their vocabulary. They don't know where to toe the line. And as it is right now, Mogesi is going to face the consequences of contempt of court and also of the charges that have been leveled against him. Guys, go watch the Real Things podcast video as she explains everything and even shows receipts. Guys, these are public documents. They're in the public domain. They're in the internet. It is also alleged that even JT is facing the same with Mr. Cecil's wife. That the cases are already in court and they are running. And so what I heard from the grapevine is that JT acquired a lawyer and he is actually following through with a trial. That is allegedly. Guys, that is why I'm telling this Nyani, to style up, not to try to skip the court dates. But you know what, guys? Some subscriber from nowhere will tell them, don't go. What are they going to do to you? That is Kenya. All they want is money. Like I see some people writing in my comment section. The Nyani, if you choose to listen to such, well and good. You go ahead. After all, it is your life.
You're watching. It's Marua, the one and only truth teller.
Guys, we have seen the arrival and the reunion of Marua and his family. Oh my gosh, I was waiting to see Congrats Mom's reaction. Doreen Small, indeed, it was emotional, just like you said. My goodness. It was nice to see them happy, celebrating, jovial, in a celebratory mood. We saw Winnie there, Uncle Mo's wife. Everybody was upbeat. Dee Mwango and her boyfriend. Rocio said she's feeling better. As the fatigue wears out, of course, she is going to be back on her feet. Guys, it was such a sight to behold. It was so beautiful, to see a family, reunite, to feel the love, to feel that positive energy, to just feel the peace that was coming from these people. This is a blessed family. God indeed loves them. And it is because Congrats Mom is a very prayerful woman. And like Marua said in his video, as a parent, always pray for your kids. There are so many things out here. And a parent's prayer, will always act as protection. God will always listen to a parent when they are praying for their kids. So it is very, very important. As parents, we should up our game. Always protecting our kids with prayer. We saw them preparing lots of food, There was a lot to eat. There was chapati, there was ugali, there was fish, there was chicken, there was fruits, there was, oh my goodness, name it. Baby Maisha was shocked. He was looking confused, his innocent face, looking at people and wondering, where am I? Who are all these people? And by the way, guys, Baby Maisha is polite, just like Congrats Mom said. He is so cool. He does not cry anyhow. Guys, other kids would be screaming because they are seeing people they have never seen in their lives. People are, screaming on his face, Maisha, Maisha. He'd be like, hey. Other kids would be screaming their lungs out like, hey, please, Leave me alone. Who are you people? But of course, blood is thicker than water. He could feel that these people are actually my people. These are my other side of the family, the black side of the family. And guys, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but of course, in Argentina, Maisha was used to seeing white people all over the place, except his daddy. So this other side, he is seeing a lot of dark, faces. He probably was wondering, like, what the? But then again, like I said, blood is thicker than water. So, that is why he was cool with everything. And it'll be such a good thing, when he is watching this video, when he is old enough, watching to see how he arrived in Africa for the very first time, seeing how his grandmother wrapped him, in this, clothed him in this new garment, that he had to be welcomed home with. Uncle Devi was also there to hold him. And Uncle Devi is the one who was preparing the fruits for the visitors. Uncle Devi also welcomed his brother and Maisha in a very powerful way. That was so cool. That was so sweet. I just loved everything about it. And guys, have you noticed Marua's views? Since the video he did, that they are leaving Argentina, up to the video he has done now. That's about what, 5 videos or thereabouts? These videos have a lot of views. Views have started viewing on Marua's channel. And I believe that this is the beginning. He deserves to get the views. He started on this journey long time ago, guys. He's been on this platform way too long. So it would only be fair if he, can get what is due to him. And then again, already he had grown, getting lots and lots of views. So slowly by slowly, he is getting back there. They then went to Villa Medellin, their home. And let's continue following closely. Let us brace ourselves for this African content, for this Kenyan content, for this village content, for this Nyabohanse content, for this Villa Medellin content. Let us see how it goes, guys. I know that we are going to have a good time watching these village vlogs. And guys, Marua is being welcomed by all sorts of people in the village. I'm seeing moles, I'm seeing backstabbers, I'm seeing every type of person welcoming Marua to the family, to the village. Guys, are they pretending? Are they for real? Are we expecting many other people to come out, people from the negative side, people who bash him, people who insult him? This woman, was actually calling Marua Kenge just the other day in her live streams. Oh my God. Guys, wonder shall never cease. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section.
Juna is everything. Unajua huyu Sokora alimpenda sana.
Yeah.
Anamfanyia sherehe zake zote.
What's been going on, guys? Look at that.
Yeah.
But this one is very special because here in the village we are not used to this flower.
Oh, this is grade 1.
Yeah.
Because
Wow,
you are
that's
not
soft.
Used, yeah, really soft, so that you can eat.
Oh, Maisha, no, Maisha, I want to show people, Maisha, what Mama is cooking. What? It's so full. Chapati. Look how Maisha is shocked to see chapati. Okay, Maisha, okay, fine. Maisha wants to go there and catch chapati. Yeah, Maisha. Alright, guys. This is more than exciting. We're gonna do a special, for me, this is like a special moment. Yeah, Baba. What's going on, Maisha? Okay. He wants to catch the trees. Look. He wants to play with the tree. If he catches this tree, he will keep quiet. Look. Look at his hands. Look. Look, he's laughing because he wants to play with the trees. Look, guys. I'm not making this up. Look, he wants to catch the trees. And when I remove him from the trees, he starts to... I want him to touch the ground of Africa. That is all I want him to do. 1, 2, 3, go! Yes, Maisha. That is so important to me, Toto. Hope one day when he grows, he watches this video and gets inspired and loves even more Africa than, you know. And sometimes you never know. I have a feeling maybe one day this guy will grow and maybe, who knows what he will become, maybe even president, bro. And then they will look at these videos and then write stories and create actually movies. I hope he will be the best president. I'm just speaking as a father, wishing my son the best. Sometimes words have a lot of power, and I prefer the best for my son.
If you are here and you have not liked this video, why? Please give this video a massive thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please take this moment to hit the subscribe button. Join this amazing family. Also remember to turn on the bell notification, because when I upload a video, I want you to be the very first person to be notified by YouTube. Guys, I also have membership packs. If you feel like you love my content, if you want to support this channel, please pick one and I shall be indeed grateful. And to the newly subscribed people in the house, I want to say thank you so much, and you are most welcome. To my returning subscribers, you know you are my favorite people, and you know that I love you to pieces. So guys, let us meet in the next video. Bye bye.